Hey, welcome back to Melbourne Retro Games Quest. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a Let's Play video and talking about one of my favourite series of all time. Now, it happens to be their 30th anniversary this year, and that game is The Legend of Zelda. Now, I still remember the first time I actually saw and for the first time played The Legend of Zelda on the Nintendo Entertainment System. I was at my uncle's house and I happened to see it in his collection and I thought, oh, this looks good. It's nice and shiny, it's a gold cartridge, so I thought I'd put it in and I loved it. Now, I recently just got the Super Nintendo at that stage because that was the brand new console, everyone was excited about it. I was still young, but this game blew me away. And I've been in love with the series ever since. When the Links to the Past came out on the SNES, I got that immediately, and my god, that was even better. But enough of that. This game, The Legend of Zelda on the S, spawned a massive series of games. It revolutionized the RPG type genre, in my opinion, as well. And we have games from The Legend of Zelda, Link's Adventure, Link to the Past, one of the greatest games of all time being Ocarina of Time on the N64. You got Majora's Mask, you got Wind Waker on the GameCube, you got Twilight Princess on the GameCube and the Nintendo Wii, and recently we had Skyward Sword. Now we are still waiting on the next one for the Wii U or the NX, as we know of it at the moment. Now I'm excited, played them all, cannot wait for it to come out. Just don't delay it another year, Nintendo. Now, to celebrate this month's 30th anniversary of Zelda, I believe it is in a couple of days from shooting this video. Now, we are going to play up to the first dungeon of Zelda, and what we're going to do, we're going to give you some tips and tricks to help you get through the game a bit easier. We're going to help you get the white sword before the first dungeon starts, which is your more powerful weapon. You're going to get the blue ring. You're going to get the lantern as well. You're going to get some bombs. You're going to get plenty of rupees as well. And it's going to make the game a bit easier for you. So I hope this video helps, but we're also going to give you a bit of history about the Legend of Zelda when they were first creating the game to what it is now. Alright guys, enjoy. Alright, so the game was designed by Shigeru Miyamoto and developed and published by Nintendo. Now, the game is set in the land of Hyrule, and the plot centers on a boy named Link, which is the playable protagonist, which we see right in front of us in the green, and he's just about to get his first sword. Now, pretty much he's aiming to rescue Princess Zelda from the grasp of the antagonist of the game, which is known as Ganon, or Ganondorf. And we are going to be collecting the 8 fragments of the Triforce, which is a powerful artifact. The Legend of Zelda series was first released in Japan as a launch title for the Famicom's Disk System peripheral on February 21st, 1986, which was a year and 5 months before it was released in North America and internationally, because the Famicom's Disk System was not released outside of Japan. Now, the game was first published internationally on the Nintendo Entertainment System's cartridge format in 1987, with an internal battery to allow data saving. Now, the internal battery in the game cartridge was huge. It has never been done before at that time. You see it with Game Boy cartridges today. That thing is still around. Um, with a game so big as this, you actually really needed to save your progress. Most games at the time were just passwords that you used to collect at certain checkpoints throughout the game, and that was your way to continue from where you left off. And this made things so much easier. Just save your game and boom, next time you start off, you're just where you left off, all your progress is still there instead of inputting ridiculous passwords, which was not fun at all. Now, Nintendo published the game close to a year and a half later internationally, with a small portion of the game box cut out to display the unique gold colored cartridge, which actually has never been seen before at the time as well. So this Legend of Zelda game was revolutionary. Had your game data saving, had all these elements of gameplay in it that you'd never seen before, and an awesome brand new shiny cartridge. Like, wow, it looks good. Till today, it still looks great. They kept that color code going with all their cartridges until they started using CDs, and even the CDs still got that gold print on it, and it looks great. You see it, you know it's Zelda. Now, towards the end of the NES's run, they started printing the Legend of Zelda on just your stock standard grey NES cartridges, and it is now considered to find it on the grey cartridges, which is actually rarer to find these days. In 1987, The Legend of Zelda became the first NES title, aside from Super Mario Bros., to sell 1 million copies, which was outstanding. And when The Legend of Zelda was released, its gameplay defied categorization, incorporating elements from action games as well as adventure games, role-playing games, and puzzle games into it as well. Now, the game begins with the player controlling Link, which was armed with a small shield from an overhead perspective. A sword is immediately available in a cave in front of him, which we saw in the opening screen of the game. To advance, Link must explore the overworld, a large outdoor map with varied environments. Throughout the game, merchants, gamblers, old ladies, and other people guide Link with cryptic clues, and these people are scattered across the overworld and hidden in caves, shrubbery, or behind walls. Alright, so the plot relies heavily on the backstory given in the short in-game prologue and the instruction booklet which was provided with the game. Now, Hyrule was engulfed in chaos after an army led by Ganon, the Prince of Darkness, when he invaded the kingdom and secured the Triforce of Power, which is a magical artifact bestowing great strength. Now, Princess Zelda split the artifact's counterpart, the Triforce of Wisdom, into 8 fragments, hiding them in secret dungeons throughout the land to prevent them from falling into Ganon's hands. She commanded her most trustworthy nursemaid Impa to escape and find a man courageous enough to destroy Ganon. Upon hearing this, Ganon grew angry, imprisoned the princess, and sent a party in search of Impa. According to the manual, Impa fled for her life, but was overtaken by her pursuers as Ganon's henchmen surrounded her. A youth drove the monsters off. That boy, his name was Link. Link attempted to save Zelda, but to fight Ganon he had to find and reassemble the scattered fragments of the Triforce of Wisdom. So Link set off for Hyrule in an epic adventure as we know of today. Designer Shigeru Miyamoto was responsible for the development of Super Mario Bros., which was released for the Famicom and Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985. In Mario, Miyamoto downplayed the value of the high score in favor of more concrete goal to complete the game. The evolution of games from endurance tests to simple narratives gave players a goal beyond simple continued survival. Miyamoto's team worked on The Legend of Zelda and Super Mario Bros. Concurrently, trying to separate the ideas. Super Mario Bros. Was to be linear, where the action occurred in a strict sequence, whereas The Legend of Zelda would be the total opposite. Miyamoto himself was in charge of deciding which concepts were Zelda's ideas or Mario's ideas. Contrasting with Mario, Zelda was made non-linear and forced players to think about what they should do next with riddles and puzzles. With The Legend of Zelda, Miyamoto wanted to take the idea of game world even further, giving players a miniature garden that they could put inside their drawer. He drew his inspiration from the experiences as a boy around Kyoto, where he had explored nearby fields, woods and caves, and through the Zelda titles, he always wanted to try to impart to players some of the sense of exploration and limitless wonder he felt. He quotes, "When I was a child," he said, "I went hiking and found a lake. It was quite a surprise for me to stumble upon it. When I travelled around the country without a map, trying to find my way, stumbling on amazing things as I went, I realised how it felt to go on an adventure like this." Now, the memory of being lost amid the Zelda maze of sliding doors in his family's home was recreated in Zelda's Labyrinth dungeons. The Legend of Zelda spawned numerous sequels and spin-offs, and remains one of Nintendo's most popular series. Although the plot of the first Zelda is simplistic by today's standards, it's established important characters and environments of the Zelda universe. Link, Princess Zelda, Ganon, Impa, and the Triforce as the power that binds Hyrule together. The overworld theme and distinctive Secret Found jingle have appeared in one form or another in nearly every other Zelda title to today. Alright guys, if you've been following the walkthrough and the video to this point, we've got the heart pieces that we need, so our bar is a little bit more replenished. We've got the white sword, so we can tackle enemies a lot easier. We've got the blue ring, which is your tunic, and that takes less damage for each time you're being hit. We've got the torch, we've got the bombs, we've got plenty of rupees as well. And right now we are attacking the first dungeon. So keep following through. We'll show you how to get through the first dungeon as well. This one is not that challenging. You just got to make sure you go through every door, kill every enemy, get every key to unlock every door. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Just keep following through to the end. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the Let's Play video. It was a bit of a mini walkthrough with a bit of information about how the game started and a bit of the history as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like the video, please like and share with your friends. Subscribe onto our page. There's plenty of content on its way. This is just starting up and I try and do it for you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. But we've got podcasts coming every week as well, so please keep listening, and please leave some feedback. We do have our Instagram page as well. Check it out. It's Melbourne Retro Games Quest as well on Instagram. There's a link just up the top, sorry. But yeah, have a good night guys, and enjoy, and